The sake is so nice here. It makes those sakura blossoms look good too. With all the insanity that goes on.
Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
Oh, Father! Surprised to see you here.
Well, I tend to come here when I need to unwind and decompress, because, well, as you can see, the scenery is very lovely.
Yeah, you're not the only one that wants to get some decompressing done here, too. But the sake is also pretty good, too. Definitely matches with the view.
Yes. Especially brew from Rosaria's kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Here. There we go. But anyway,
definitely gives that warm feeling.
Agreed. But anyways, what kind of social situation are you dealing with?
Well, for one, I had a quite interesting encounter with the one known as Draco.
Oh, really?
I ran into him at your uncle's place. Apparently, he broke in trying to get through a certain mirror to get to our world.
That probably explains why he told me to watch over Barry when I can, because when I ran into him, he ran into an enemy I'm having an issue with. I've been having an issue with even since before, well, my heart got put back together. And when I saw him, the enemy was already gone, but the thing was, he was already in his werewolf form, but he has complete control over himself. He was trying to get some silver bullets out of his knees, and he was still able to talk to me in his werewolf form. And the funny thing is, there was no full moon. He had total complete control. I was shocked, but at the same time, I'm actually proud of the guy, because I've seen him in his werewolf form where he has trouble with controlling it until I'm able to at least get him to remain calm and tell him to not worry about attacking me or whoever is around. But in this one here, hey, he was completely in control.
It's quite odd. Usually more older werewolves can only be able to change at will and stay sane and not go feral. It's completely odd.
Maybe he's one of those...
What's more completely odd is... What's completely odd is that he mentioned some other things too as well. It's apparently Azara visited him as well, and apparently put this weird information into his mind, and now I don't know. It's like turning into some kind of journey or mission for him or something. I do not know.
Huh. Well, I know that sometimes the strangest of things can be able to happen, especially if Grandma Azara is the one responsible of setting out missions and whatnot. Technically she did. She did talk with my friend Chilled once before while he was having a situation that he had to deal with, but mainly it was just to give him a pep talk. But what did Grandma Azara say to Draco that could set him off on this journey, though? Or this mission?
It wasn't just what she told him, it's also what he told me. And let's just say some old memories and emotions flooded back to me that day. And I had a little chat with your grandmother. Unfortunately, not a pleasant one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess that's how in-laws can be.
I drew my sword on her and pointed it at her.
You kidding? I pretty much had to make sure that I pretty much had to, without even trying, my future daughter-in-law pretty much all of a sudden made a promise saying, "Oh, I'll be able to take care of him, no problem." And I had to let her know, "Hey, you're okay in my book already."
Yes, but apparently what Azara told Draco.
Hmm?
Apparently there's a chance you may have a sibling.
Come again?
According to what Azara told him and what I was informed, that there was a second child of death born of the werewolf kingdom. That is all.
Could this been before or after you married Mother?
Are you really going to question me on that? This is long before I met your mother.
Okay. I know when it comes to some of this, I should be expecting surprises, but I don't want another rude one happening.
No, you do not, trust me, and it took a lot of restraint not to run your grandmother through. I mean, I did, let's just say, renovated my cathedral, and, well, there's a mess up on the wall, basically.
Well, no wonder I get that, putting holes through the wall thing from. I did that once or twice at home, but thankfully with technology in that world, it was easy to try and fix things up. Okay, I think that's enough sake here.
Well, speaking of your hearts, how is it that you're faring now?
The heart is fine. I'm able to at least feel my old self slowly but surely returning, but now that, hey, it's back in one piece, I'm able to get my senses back to normal. Still, at the same time, it doesn't really affect with what I'm really actually going through.
Fair enough, good. Just want to make sure my daughter is still safe. It's a tough ordeal.
Yeah, well, right now, my mind is not really at the best.
Is it worse than last time, or is it just about the same?
About the same, but bright side, I don't have to deal with anyone trying to possess me or trying to have me corrupted. Right now, what I'm dealing with in my mind is a very strong seed of doubt that I've been going through for a while.
This again.
Well, the thing is, though, is that... But the method this time, though, it wasn't trying to separate me from you. It's to separate me from everyone. This enemy that I have mentioned, that I told you that Draco had a run-in with, he goes by the name of Natsu. Apparently, he had his eye out on me and wanted to see me fail and suffer. I have no idea how long he'd been watching over. Possibly ever since I arrived in Mobius, maybe a little time afterward, but regardless, he seemed to know a lot about me. I know that...
You've made enemies across the multiverse, dear child. I'm pretty sure he's one of them.
Possibly. Though, however, he's full Mobian, from what I could be able to detect. But, however, initially when I ran into him, I thought he was just a normal Mobian. Nothing to question, nothing to be bothered with. But, it's when he started talking, when he said that he has heard about me. He then brought up about how I'm the cause of everyone's pain, how long my friendships, how long my relationships are gonna last. And that'd be only a matter of time before I end up having to realize that I'm meant to be alone and pretty much destroy all the bonds I have. And it was during the time when I just started this new quest that an echidna called Takal had me start with. And
I'm familiar. I'm familiar with that.
And so pretty much she already had me get started on it before I ran into Natsu. I already found the first one. I already ran into Natsu again, but during that time, a false bond was detected, though I'm questioning whether or not it is false or if it was just strange. So right now I'm trying not to let that bother me, but at the same time it's difficult when you realize it's one of your own adopted children that pretty much ended up severing the tie. But anyways. However, yeah. But on the bright side though, Natsu was unable to stop me from finding the others, so I already got all 7, and good news, Mitsuhide happened to be one of the holders, so he'll be assisting me when the time is right to gather them all over at Angel Island.
I'm surprised that Mitsuhide would be one of your chosen holders.
I asked Rosaria, however, she rejected and instead wanted to become a guardian knight for me. But
a queen is a knight to a princess. Well, that's something I never heard of, and that's very unheard of, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I may be a princess, but I may be a princess of one kingdom, but I'm also technically the sailor guardian of another planet.
Yes, I'm well aware of that.
Yeah, but however, when Mitsuhide came by, when Rosaria and I talked it out, we pretty much she believed that, hey, it could have been somebody here in our world that could be the final holder. But while I was talking to Mitsuhide, it helped clear some memories that both Mitsuhide and I have forgotten. Apparently we've both forgot that. We forgot that he was my sensei. He was the one that taught me the ways of the warrior, as well as being able to wield a sword properly. So, pretty much when I found out that he was my sensei, he and I talked it over. Pretty much our previous disagreement that we had, which I want to ask you about before I go forward. Well, pretty much we were able to finally settle things down, and he asked for my forgiveness, and he wanted to make it up to me. I asked him if he wished to be a holder, and the Chaos Emerald that I had recognized him, so hopefully he's doing okay with his new power, but I have full faith in him. But anyways.
Yes, indeed.
The thing that we had to
yes, I do recall that he was training you under certain someone's orders, but and other things as well.
But there's one other thing that also have been floating about, which is the subject that I brought up with Mitsuhide a while back about his mother, Mira.
That is something that's another something that me and Azara did discuss as well.
I pretty much when he and I discussed it, when I tried to offer it to him that, hey, I'll do what I can to help him out, suddenly I felt like something was empty between him and I. And that really hurt, but however, afterward, when we rediscovered our memories, we rediscovered our bond. So everything had calmed down, so we both recognized our faults in that. But Though it leads me to wonder, though. Why did you put Mira inside me?
To be honest, I wanted to wait until after you were done with your little request before you and I sat down and talked about that. But considering that, to be honest, now is better than ever. Well, after Mira came to us with Mitsuhide in her arms, and he was taken away from her. Her eyes were filled with lifelessness, and over time it grew to vengeance, malice, anything you can think of. When she was executed, her soul was by far the most blackest, the most vilest I've ever seen a soul before. To be honest, it was my hope that yes, I placed her inside you. You're still just a sweet, pure, innocent little girl. I had hoped that your sweetness, your innocence, your pure of heart, and that you're also a child will give her that sense of peace, sense of motherhood that she lost. That way it can help brighten her soul more. That way it'd be easier to guide her to the afterlife and be more at peace. What I did not foresee was what Barcho did shortly after.
Well, I'm trying to at least piece everything together here when it comes to her. So, I was obviously a little girl when you forced her soul into me after the crap that she did. However, when she reawakened, she knew her targets, but had no memories of the past. Then she was sealed away again, but the seals were not strong enough. She broke out again because of some other being reawakening her. And she had made a twisted alliance with two others to conquer all levels of the multiverse. The living, the outer rim of all planets, or space, and the afterlife. Sorry, it's still a bit of a painful subject, but because of that, she kept taking over my body and trying to put an end to everything until I was able to get help and be able to understand how to balance light and darkness. Because around that time, she was once called Sailor Darkness. But then the chaos energy that I had received when I was appointed as guardian was the one that was able to purify her, and she was able to go into hiding within my mind until I spotted her and I sent her off to the afterlife. She was definitely a way different person than what I had to deal with. But
I felt the presence, yes, but unfortunately I was not in the best condition to guide her.
Though, when I spoke to her, both as Sailor Darkness and as Mira, initially, she just said that I was just somebody that wasn't even supposed to exist because I'm a crossbred. But once I was able to find her again after I took upon guardianship, she was a completely different person. She admitted that the crime she had quote-unquote committed was to prevent me from being separated from my family, only to realize she got duped.
But the thing is, it's something else that's also been brought into my attention was the execution the timing, had no visits to her son. All that was too perfect. All that was, and not only that, her being thrown from the palace after being with Azazel. When Azazel specifically ordered for her not to throw her out like the others.
Okay, so I know she did tell me a little bit about her life. She did mention about her time with Azazel. And how Mitsuhide was separated from her. So something must be going on behind the scenes. If Azazel pretty much ordered to keep her around, then most likely it would mean that somebody else behind the scenes gave a false order. And may have triggered her into believing that Azazel is trying to be rid of her.
No, that's not true.
Look, I'm saying that somebody else could be the one that is pulling the strings. Most likely somebody in Azazel's kingdom. So I do recommend looking into that.
Ashab, I need to get both stories.
Mm-hmm.
And you speak with Azazel about this, then I need to speak to Mira about this as well. Get both sides of the story and try to figure out who is behind this conspiracy.
As soon as we could be able to find her, then I'm sure she could be able to give a clear story. I've had heard rumors that she has been around, but she's possessing my anti-counterpart. But
another version of you?
Yeah, this one here,
great.
From all the descriptions I've been given from my friends, apparently she almost looks like me, except she wears a lot more black and red. She has more pinkish hair, and is a total bitch. According to their words. But it still makes me wonder, though, why me? Is it just because I was a kid? Because I was still technically innocent?
Trust me, I didn't want to... To try to guide a soul as vile as that, it could easily have corrupted someone like me as well.
Well...
And like I said, I did not foresee Barchiel's betrayal. Had that not happened, I have know for sure that could have worked. I could have easily have removed her soul and moved her on, and none of that would have happened. None of it. Trust me, to try to guide a soul as vile as that, as dark as that, could as easily have corrupted someone like me. I had high hopes this could have worked. And trust me, I did not like using my own child for this. But like I said, I did not foresee Barchiel's betrayal. When that happened, and you were gone, not only did I fear for your life and your safety, but also, wherever you were gone, should that soul merge with you.
Well,
it wasn't supposed to happen that way. She wasn't supposed to awaken.
Well, on the bright side, when I could be able to tell, she didn't merge with me. She was just dormant. And I wasn't even aware that Grandma Azara was within me as well. But I think the only time that I finally wound up being thrown into a dark place was when my comrades were killed.
I did hear about that. Trust me, when we found out where you were at, was where we were planning to go and grab you. But it was only at that time Kurama told us to stand down on orders from Gabriel. And he was one of the 4 kings of heaven. And that was an order we could not disobey. And trust me, I wanted to wring Kurama's neck for that.
Though. But yet, you still were able to find me about a couple months after my comrades had died. And that's when you started sending me out throughout the multiverse on these missions, to bring balance to them.
Yes. It was at that time, yes, I did started to do that. But there was also such another purpose.
And what is that?
At the time, when Azrael wasn't just named a defender of the multiverse. He was out to send new missions to different parts of the multiverse. I figured, should I find the proper spot and find the proper mission for Azrael as a cover, he could bring you home.
Mm-hmm. So 11 years. I've traveled. And I landed right on Mobius for the longest period of time.
Indeed you did. To be honest, I was hoping you would keep on Earth, but I had to get you away from there.
Was it because of the pain that I went through? Or was there something else?
It was because Rico was growing attached to you.
I get it. You separated me from...
I did not want you to have any attachments.
You separated me from my only ally that was there for me. The one that saved my life. And you did not want me to have attachments. And it turned me into...
He was falling in love with you.
That's irrelevant. What's more relevant is the fact that you separated me from somebody that could have been a better ally for me. That could have been able to help me. At least process through all the grief that I went through. And yet you're worried about me getting attached and rather have me shut my heart out? Because that's what happened. I had shut my heart out for 12 years. It wasn't until I arrived on Mobius that not just my current lover, not just Chris, that opened my heart too, but the one that actually helped protect the planet, Sonic the Hedgehog, he helped me realize all I did was isolate myself. But now I'm starting to wonder... No wonder Natsu blamed me for being everyone's pain. Because having your heart closed out for a long period of time can make you a bit cynical at times, until you're ready to open up once more. And yet, you're afraid of me getting attached. When I could have had an ally with me this whole goddamn time. Besides, even if Draco told me sooner about his feelings for me, I still would have been rejecting him. Because, to be honest, he's not necessarily my type, and I have this feeling like there's something else with him. But I'm not going to go into that. What I want to know is, did you really separate me because you were afraid something bad was going to happen to me even more? Or do you prefer to have me isolated, just like how Azazel isolated Mitsuhide?
He's not trying to isolate you. I received word on Raziel's next mission. And let's just say it was the perfect opportunity to send you to the place called Mobius, because Raziel was preparing to head there as well.
Mm-hmm.
What was unfortunate is that when he left, and then he comes back telling me he could not bring you home.
Honestly, I know about that. Raziel did tell me about that. But
Trust me, I wanted to wring his neck. I wanted to kill him. We had the opportunity to bring you home, and he never did it.
Because although, yeah, to others, he may have been aggressive, some may call him cynical or brash, but deep down, he actually had a heart. He didn't want to separate me from the life that I was able to finally create. And at the time, none of those seals that had been put on me had broke. Because if I was just sent here when my memories were still locked, I probably would have had a panic attack. I would have no idea who the hell anyone is.
Your mother and I prayed and prayed for a golden opportunity to bring you home. We could have helped you through all that. Our only daughter.
I know. You had every opportunity. And there's a little something that a little darkling had told me. Family comes before the law, and apparently you allow the law to take over, rather than bring me home sooner. And so far, the only family that was able to reach out without being scared was Rosaria. She helped me discover where my blood ties lie. And she was there for me when I started getting my memories back. Hell, I'll even give credit to Raziel where it's due, because he also helped out with that as well. Even when he was dealing with this other angel, I forgot his name, but still, I could see though why he wanted to be closer to me.
What would you have me do? Your memories were sealed, remember? You want me to just come as this guide out of nowhere and saying, "Hello, I am your father, your blood father."
I expect you to use I expect you to at least use your head. At least come up with a plan. But instead, you kept quiet and yanked me all over the multiverse. All because you're afraid of me being attached.
It wasn't just attachment.
Then what is
Gabriel had his eye on you. He had Barchel follow you everywhere. In shadow and secret. If I would have revealed anything, I would have said anything. Archie would have finished what he started.
I get it on
I could not
Barchel's.
let my only child die.
I get it on Barchel's side. But why was Gabriel wanting to have me targeted then? If he was unaware that I was the angel of life, then what else could it be?
I don't know. I never knew why. I don't know why he wanted to keep you away. That is something we never figured out. All we know is that his main objective was to kill his own son. Unless you did fulfill his request.
Guess Nessa was right. I bring nothing but pain to those that are close to me.
Oh, you know, don't. Don't listen to what that bastard is saying.
Look at yourself, old man. I can hear the pain.
It's
in your
not
voice.
because of you. It's not you, you know. None of this pain was because of you. You're the miracle child your mother and I have always wanted. It doesn't matter. I would take any pain if it means to be with you. For us to being a family.
It doesn't help with
I
the
don't
fact.
care.
It doesn't help with the fact that for 1,000 years I've been sealed away, just to be awoken, thinking I was mortal. Yeah, sure. There were people there called family, but they were all dead. I had an ally there with me, only for my own father to take him away from me. And then, traveling all over the multiverse, trying to stop all this darkness and evil that kept trying to screw up the balance. Then, finding myself here on Mobius. When I was finally able to open my heart again, it still feels like every time I try to do something good, something always has to break out that brief bliss. My own people hated me all because of Karma's big mouth. I've lost a daughter because of Natsu's words. I almost thought that my own sister turned against me, but it was just the instincts. Papa,
And
why is everything hating? Why do I feel like everything I try doing always falls apart?
my sweet, you know. I wish I had the answer for you. It could be fate, destiny, anything of that nonsense. But the thing is, what are you going to do? Are you going to let what this Mobian get into your head? Yes, the actions they've seen has damaged your heart, damaged your mind, and questioned your comments. But look what happened now. Look at everything you've been through with him. Look at everything you've been through with everyone there. You can cause all the pain you want, you know, but they're not going anywhere. If anything, I'm responsible for the pain you have. because I let a stupid law get in the way of something the most precious to me. I have made terrible mistakes, child. And believe me, I have paid for them more over and over. And I'd be damned if I'm to lose my daughter. All because of some idiot got into her head.
Then, why was I destined to be the angel of life?
That one you might have to ask Azrael. He's more into the prophecies and everything like that.
Oh, I know Raziel informed me about it when it first started to emerge. It's making me question on whether or not one of those words that Barchil told me when Draco and I dealt with him. Is it really my destiny, or am I a traitor to the fallen angels?
You know, the Angel of Life is indeed. It's not. The Angel of Life is a title and a power and a form. Just as the Angel of Death is the same way. Daughter, in our hearts and in our blood, we are a fallen angel. That will never change. You can't change where we come from, daughter.
I know I can't change where I've come from. I know I can't change other people's minds about me. But what I can change is where fate decided to drag me at.
You are in charge of your own destiny, you know. That's one thing I've been taught. We can defy what destiny has written for us by writing our own destiny. And you have done that so many times. And I could not be more proud of the beautiful grown woman I see before me.
Then allow me to make my own destiny then, Father. Because I have a feeling, even after I finish this quest with my 7 holders, something more is about to happen. There's something more out there that I need to look out for.
You know, as a father, I'm going to worry about you always, but I have to step aside and let you grow on your own. That's what you've been doing all this time.
I'm sorry for my outburst. I'm sorry.
No, don't. Rather you leave here with a clear mind and heart than having these seeds of doubt in your mind.
Even if I do push the seed of doubt back, I think I understand a lot more what a parent feels like, because I just want my daughter back.
That's on you and her.
I know.
I'll say this, daughter. Is a bond measured by that Chaos Emerald? Or is the bond measured by this.
It's always
Where does
been
the true bond lie?
It's always been by this. But Emerald is just a tool. But at the same time, when it comes to tools, some may just need either a recharge or to be repaired.
Don't let those tools guide you completely. Listen to this. This always will guide you on the right path.
With it being whole again, it's a lot easier to be able to detect it. Right now that I found all 7, I just need to make sure that the only stressful thing there'll probably be is having all 7 get along.
Well, as long as Mitsuhide behaves, which I know for a fact he does.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might be in the safe place.
I'm just more worried about if Dragon, Alex, Chris, AG, they behave. Well, I think that right now I'm just making sure that when it comes to Mitsuhide, I know usually he's on his best behavior. It's just everybody else I'm more worried about.
You know, funny you bring Mitsuhide up. There actually was a time I would have considered him your suitor.
Nope. Nope. Too old. I'm sorry, Dad. Too old.
Age is no difference. I'm multitude older than your mother.
I know.
Age is a number, daughter.
I know. But the thing is that 1, he's currently with Rosaria. 2, he's my teacher and acts as an older brother. So it'd be kind of a little weird.
You'd be surprised that teacher and students do tend to fall in love a lot. And I'll state this, had you stayed, things could have been different.
Could have been different, but why do I feel like if I stayed here, I would be a hell of a lot more stubborn?
Oh, trust me, daughter, I think you would have stayed. Oh boy. You would have, to be honest, the moment you would have saw this Natsu person, you would have killed him before he said 2 words.
Good point. but though, when it comes to Mitsuhide, yeah, no, it don't matter which lifetime I'm in, I can't see him as suitor material for my line. Rosaria can have him.
Like I said, anything could have happened. But, yes, I think it's about time we leave it at that, but I will definitely be looking more into this conspiracy. I will definitely have to see Azazel, but I had to seek out Mira as well.
Mm-hmm. If I do find her, I'll be sure to give you the heads up on her location. Because I have a feeling, though, that if this anti of mine is also just as weak-minded as everybody else calls her, maybe easier to find her.
Yes, I have a feeling she might be protected.
Maybe. But you never know. Even the greatest of protectors always have their flaws.
Fair enough, but don't you have somewhere to be?
Yeah. Best I get back over to Mobius. I'll need to make sure I give Tikal the heads up about the holders and try to at least make sure we all have enough time where everyone gets used to their power, and anyone who got injured by Natsu, they have enough time to recover. I want everyone 100% before the ritual.
Very well. I haven't heard anything from your friend from Draco as of late, since I sent him off to the Werewolf Kingdom to deal with Ragnar.
Well,
I just hope that he keeps a level head and does not cause a civil war.
Yeah, well, just as long as he keeps this open, then we should be good, especially because his wife could be due any day now.
I better hope he does not miss that. Trust me. Oh, dear
he's not
God.
gonna. He's not gonna. And if he misses it, if Barry doesn't kill him, I will.
Oh, trust me, your mother nearly killed me when she was in labor with you.
Was it really that bad?
Do you really want me to go into detail?
Nah, I don't want you to have any PTSD flashbacks in regards to what she did.
That and I don't want to have nightmares of future grandchildren with someone I do not approve of.
It don't matter if you approve of him or not. I love him. You know, it's only all I could say is it depends upon when he's ready to commit.
I'm a father. What do you expect?
True.
You're my only daughter.
Yeah, and, well, Mom already met him. She already approved, so, yeah, it's not me you have to deal with, it's her.
Yeah, well, your mother's more kind-hearted than I am.
Kind-hearted, yeah, but, I've seen her curse. Or heard her curse.
Trust me, you have no idea. But anyway, you better go before I start talking about certain subjects you don't want to hear.
Yeah! Alright, well, I'll see you later, Papa.
She just called me Papa?
Did I seriously call him that? Well,
Since she was a little girl.
well, it kind of warmed my heart a little, but it doesn't matter. I gotta return over to Mobius. Alright, ready to call? I'm on my way. Are you able to hear me? Because I cannot hear you. Oh, there we go.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you. It's just I had my voice was being stupid right now.
Oh, okay. And I hear Gremlin.
Yeah, I hear it too. Sorry, I gotta change it up real quick.
No worries.
Okay. Should be able to talk now.
What the hell,
Right.
Sky? Aqua cameo, ladies and gentlemen. Are you done?
No.
Oh, dear God. Who gave her the sugar?
I have no idea.
Mm.
I have no idea. Alrighty.
All I can say is that just let her do her thing.
Okay, I'll try to keep the voice mod off for now.
Okay, no worries.
I'm not using the voice mod anyway, so I should be good for now. Alright,
Okay.
you still hear me?
Yep, I can still hear you.
I might
All right.
have to backtrack just a little bit, so...
Okay, so where should I start back off at? VRChat, virtual desktop, internet. Y'all have one job. Work in harmony, or I'm getting the sword out. Or I'll send the gremlin out. There we go. Boop. Anyways.
Alrighty. Stop pissing me off, god damn.
Well, at least it wasn't in Wet Cookie situation when we did the Anarchy and Raisin recording. People would just leave her alone.
Yeah, well, imagine my fucking shit being on the fritz today, which is weird. That's hard. It's rarely happened to me.
Yeah.
Okay, Gremlin, visible.
Alright, anyways.